Right now, you're witnessing an individual by the name entitled DJ Battle Cat. Here today to show my collaboration and affiliation with a group I feel that's so powerful and anointedly ready as well as they ever been, called Boo Yaa Tribe.
Boo Yaa Yaa.
The Boo Yaa Tribe. Man, we keep it gangster.
First time, we met Boo Yaa Tribe was back in like, late 80s.
I don't even think I knew they were in a band. They were just like the biggest dudes I had ever seen at first.
They're really the first musicians to come out of the harbor area at the end of the 110 freeway in Los Angeles.
They had like two big Samoan dudes singing doo-wop. Like pretty voices coming out of these big dudes, you know what I mean?
Ooh, ooh, don't make 'em walk to this.
Being the first Samoan gangster rap, it was hard at first. You go into a business where, what is a Samoan?
Left, left, to the right, right, left. Hang this bitch. Watch me come through the party. It's Mazanga's bitch. Killing them with the duck. Like, killing them up. Go back to come and run. Come in.
The Lollapalooza we did in '92, I think that was the best Lollapalooza ever.
The Boo Yaa Tribe's music is crazy, you know what I mean?
Old school gangster stuff, the doo-wop and the kind of stuff, and they brought all that to like heavy metal.
They were doing the whole hardcore rap gangster thing long before anybody that I heard it, you know what I mean?
Back before all the rap rock and shit, Boo Yaa Tribe was doing rapping with a band, with a live band.
We were the first, we know how we were. When Ice-T first seen my brother's show at the Ritz, live at the Ritz, when the stage lights came off, you were like, damn, that's a band.
They were all playing the instruments and doing this. That's what I mean when you see the dudes, these pretty voices coming out of these big gangster dudes. You could tell they had skills. They weren't playing.
Really influenced like a huge wave of music. From bands like Us to bands like Korn. Like Body Count.
If you had never seen anything like that, it would kind of blow your mind. You'd be like, whoa. There was nobody doing anything involved with their thing that wasn't one of them.
The first Boo Yaa Tribe album was banging off the hook, but I think it was a little bit too ahead of its time, and I think it was too cutting edge. That's the reason why it probably didn't blow up. I don't think the people was ready for the rock, rap combination at that time, you know what I mean?
You see some, a bunch of fucking sick-ass Samoans all tacked down up on stage with a band and rapping. Back then, in the early 90s, and you're like, God damn, what's going on here? They were really some of the first, musicians to go out there fully tattooed up too. They opened it up. People just weren't doing it back then. They had that just straight from gang life, you know what I mean?
It was always intimidating the labels, and them motherfuckers were scared to let us be who we were.
My brother's pain shattering. Tears on my beard with no warning.
Sure, the labels get intimidated. People get intimidated by them too, just looking at them. Most motherfuckers are scary.
You big motherfuckers can scare the shit out of you.
You gonna scare the shit out of everybody.
Everybody.
I remember MC Hammer saying on the interview that he don't know no gangsters or any murderers that rapped and really was a gangster or was a murderer. That's bullshit.
Yeah, me getting shot. That was the experience of my life.
It was pretty gruesome, man. It was
What was you talking about, being locked up?
what I got locked up for.
So about 2 o'clock we came back. You had a full house. People was outside crying. And I couldn't figure out what was going on.
My dad's a minister. My dad had a shotgun, man. He was like, man, all the last words I said was cold with the brown car, and I fell. He looked at me, I was on the floor already. Blood was just coming out. I blacked out. All I remember I heard was my sister screaming. Man, it's like it was so loud, like it sounded like an airplane.
It was some rival enemies of mine. The driver jumped up and was trying to run across the street to hop over a gate, but while he was in the middle of climbing, he just got plugged with some slugs all in his goddamn back, and the tripped thing about it, he just stuck to the fence. He even fought it, whatever hit him, just made his ass stick to the fence.
The bullets were hot. You just feel like this, man. You smell lead, bro. It was crazy, man. It was like I was a kid again.
Got popped for 11. And Father, they brought it down to 4. They wanted to hit me with a plea. I said, nah, I want to keep fighting. They left me with 2. I took a deal.
My dad told me, he asked God if he just give him one chance to go back in the world and kill the guy that shot my son.
That's how I got my name. Murder.
Regulated. Never speculated.
I did like 10 motherfucking calendars. All swimsuit.
You got the Reverend Jesse Jackson noticing you?
Can you imagine that shit?
You doing something?
What? Come and get him now.
When we were doing the rap thing, we were still banging, Sometimes you realize to a point where either you go with it all the way or you don't.
This right here is what you call organic.
Don't make them mad. Whatever you do, do not make them mad.
Tribal, baby.
Buy them a drink, and man, they're the best friends you can have. So that's it. Big up to them.
2003. I'll show you what Murder One's doing nowadays, okay? Kind of like keep that camera focused and goddamn.
I like to eat with them. They eat good. I like to eat like a Samoan. They don't use forks. They bury the pig.
They used to come by the house when we had birthday parties and shit. Mom would feed them. She would always be surprised because they'd eat all the food. They wouldn't eat none.
We were so poor, my mom's titty milk was spoiled. That's how poor we were. But we still had to drink it because it was hers.
Give it up, throw it up with the...
I guess as they got older, they realized that they didn't want to end up, dead or in jail. And a lot of people tell them, you guys should go with that music shit. We hate to see you waste that talent.
Man, this is our time. We got Battle Cat producing it, you know what I'm saying?
I never seen anything like them before or since. Still, you say Boo Yaa Tribe, that's it.
Boo Yaa.
Don't get me wrong. I will blast a motherfucker in a minute. In a minute.